What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is E-Rock once again, bringing you a Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. Last we stopped off was Wrath of the Titan. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with the story. Reborn, and hopefully I'll be bringing you more consistent videos from this day forward. Now that I got my own place and things on that end are doing much better. See, Menphilia, it looks like this is where it starts, so we will hop right to Wrath of the Titan. Avengers assemble!
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
All kinds of peril.
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Mervib hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you.
I got no steel.
No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
I decline. All I got is wood. Okay, I guess I don't.
So you will accept?
Hell yeah, I think I got these stones.
Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Menphilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with the personnel officer. Unless you are the guest we were told to expect? Ah, ha. Ahem. Forgive me, madame. To business then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing number from Ogamoro. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals. Fodder for their fell primal. Thank you, High Commander. You may leave the rest to me. Word has spread of your accomplishments, Kier. On behalf of Limsa Lamensa, I thank you for heeding our call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Kier personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people. Nor is this the first time we have had to address primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was the company of heroes we returned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the signs of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the Thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen to each would keep to their own lands, and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Lamensians who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with great care, Lady Y'shtola. Stand down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it, yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath. Or would you have us fall upon our swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa Lamensa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already, we have observed disruptions in the flow of ether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help here? Hell yeah! You have my thanks, along with the full support of the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. You should be coming to help too. That the kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe. And I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. Company heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Grey Fleet Mills in Lower Lenosia. Quite why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek his fellows. Wherefore out thou? Track-a-turn? There thou art. Lay down your burden, son. Come drain a pint with me. We have a grand old time. Find ye a lass or three. You gonna say something, Venture, or just keep staring, eh? You want to know about the company of heroes? Ah, hells. Price of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you've come all this way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige ye. Consider yourself lucky, lass. Old Taciturn was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? So you want to hear the tale of how the company heroes bested a primal, do you? Let me guess, you mean that bastard Titus, I. Oh, If only you'd been there to see it. 'Twas a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought 'em for 3 days and nights we did. The ground trembled with every step Titus took. And when he hit ye, girl, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Ugh! Just like that. Hey? What's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero, I'll have you know. The people around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we use to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Aye, do that, then we'll talk. He's trying to get me to do his chores. So beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Venturer. Saved me the hassle of, never mind. So yeah, he's up to something. He's up to something. What? You still asking how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venturer. It was a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran of 10 score battles could rely upon. I want to teach ye. Truly I do. But unless ye prove ye have what it takes to face that fat bastard, I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing! At the very least, ye need to be capable of slaying, say, a gopu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here. So you have to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road. Why don't ye try heading due west and stand in lookout in case a gobu comes calling. Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about old Titus. Something done knocked over some stuff. See some of that fine flour on the ground. Some of that fine flour they be milling. There he is! Oh, he's huge! He's huge! Oh, he's hitting me with it. Lame. You again? That gobu that was harassing the millers is dead? Didn't think you had it in you, Venturer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure I should tell you our secrets. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew Taciturn? You in here drinking again? If you are, that gobu had better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleave the beast skull into two with me trusty axe I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friend here say if I ask her? She'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Taciturn who slew that gobu? Or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Taciturn. I don't know. The finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes. The legendary mercenary who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? What in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in the drink-sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Well, see, Titus was what me and the lads used to call him. That's the biggest load of Sahagan shite I've ever heard. Both of you, outside, we'll learn the truth. We'll learn the truth the Lementian way. How do you say that? Trocton? I don't know. If you didn't slay that Gobu, you may consider your contract revoked. Alright, you know the rules. First Master Bodo will be judged, the Gobu Slayer. I don't even think about trying to kill me, that's cheap. Who picked these boulders? They're not alike. Ah, contest. Oh, cheat, man. Too slow, bro. But I'm a healer! Oh, I'm killing it. Ah, you resisted that shit. Ah, that shit. Alright, I admit it. I'm lying about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned me lesson, honest I am. Save your blubbering. Track tune. Gods, I should have known. Mercies, please, I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I keep getting turned away by all the folks I asked for work and I panic. See, the last job I had was at Coast Still Soul. And there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was the captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you went and believed me, so I look, his name was Whisket. Alright? Whisket! He'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the hell that thing's name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on then, tell the chief to forgive me, it's only fair. Whisket! What up, bruh? Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. People of Limsa Laments are depending upon us. You fancy yourselves heroes then, just like in the tales? Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. She is blessed with a power that protects her from primal influence. Thus was she able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray, be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A woman who can't be tempered, useful, but it will not be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and failed primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him. In the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. You deserve better than the greeting I gave you, but I will not send you into Ogamora on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gigurger. That dang name again, estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man! Have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you dislike my conditions, you are welcome to find your own way into Ogamora. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use this time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray, do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa Lumensa hangs in the balance. Master Giguru, whatever. Requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. This must be it. Fattened herring. Put the bait. Let's see what pops up. Whoa! He's big! Oh! Like that, sucker. Yeah, buddy. Well, did you deal with the Nyx? Here's his leg. Lest you think me overly cautious of testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. The foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He claimed to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. Are you talking about Takatur? Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gijuruju wished to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gijuruju desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Kira, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. For the first ingredient, I would have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Bandanel of Camp Tranquil. What? Do you mean to tell me that you cannot afford to waste time, as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Oh yeah? Well, guess what? Use a Londonell. Do you require assistance, adventurer? So this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you, Kier. The ingredient you seek is the egg of giant adamantos. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest, of course. Simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position by openly assisting you. From me, you will receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Let me be clear. This business between me and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest. Traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them, it was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridanians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. The toe here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen, with no taste for drinking, boring, gambling, and all other activities I so dearly miss. So understand that if you ruin my little charade by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heavens pillar. Now then, where were we? Ah, yes, the egg. The first thing you must do is deal with the sentries patrolling the Adamantois breeding grounds. Poaching is illegal in Gridania, in case you were unaware. A shame we have so few whalers to spare, especially with brownie bushes almost in season. Matron forfend if agaric flies claim the crop before we receive additional sentries. Aye. We will also soon need barrels of sting brew to weaken the ward off the pets. But if any of the Valken were found near the shroom before we can take preventative measures, we would be forced to shift our patrols immediately. You will, of course, notify me if you encounter any agaric flies in the vicinity of the lower paths, yes? Hi! This year's crop of brownie brushes comes late. Oh my, is this brownie brush? You say you slew a whole swarm of agaric flies? Matron teats. We cannot wait for reinforcements. We must do something. This agaric fly infestation requires our full attention. I thank you for bringing it to my attention, adventurer. If I may impose upon your kindness further, I would ask you to inform my subordinates of this dire development. I have 3 whalers currently standing guard in Roots Lake. Inform each man that they are to proceed to the lower paths and search for agaric fly swarms until further notice. Will do, bro. Also, eat this. Sniff, sniff. The unmistakable smell of chocobo clings to you, adventurer. Would I be correct in assuming that you have your own trusty steed? Aye, I thought so. Now tell me, is your bird battle trained? If not, you might consider seeking the advice of Luquilot at Bent Branch Meadows. This guardian native is something of a prodigy in all matters concerning our fine feathered friends. He should be able to help you attain greater affinity with your bird. I will be doing that. A Garrett flies in the lower pass? Then I mustn't delay. Thank you for relaying Captain Landonel's orders, adventurer. What's that? Everyone is to search the lower pass for a Garrett flies? I know we haven't had to deal with poachers recently, but I can't help but worry that they will strike in our absence. But an order is an order. A message from the captain? Damn, the Falcon are in danger. Are a danger to travelers on the road. I will depart immediately. I take you have informed my men then? Excellent work here. However, I cannot keep the roosters distracted for too long. If you wish to pillage the hen house, you must do so now. Appreciate ya. Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest to the east of here, just right for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, Kira. You do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in the swamp. Adamantoise egg. That's a big egg! Whoa! He's huge! Not so fast, my adamantoise friend. Whoa! I thought you might have the good sense to leave this place. By your continued presence, I take you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Here's the egg! Such bravery, such recklessness, that will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me. I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanaland. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uod-Nun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Kira. Before we go to the springs, let's go ahead and finish Feisty Chocobo. Good morrow to you, here. Is there something you need? You wish to have your Chocobo trained in combat? This is no small request you make. Riding your bird is one thing, asking to take hurts in your name is quite another. I will help train your Chocobo, but on the promise that you will never unduly expose it to danger. Do I have your word? Rings. Nom 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 nom. Have you acquired the greens? Here they are. Superb. Then we shall get straight to it. Doubtless you already know this, but chocobos are highly fond of gasol greens. They love the leafy vegetables so much, in fact, that they will completely forget their fears in the face of danger. Thus, by feeding your bird the greens, you can prevail upon it to fight beside you, and then, once called, it will be up to you to direct its actions as you see fit. You will find that your chocobo innately responds to a number of general commands. Give your bird an order and it will act accordingly and to the best of its ability. This simple yet effective methodology was developed by the Fortong family, one of the foremost houses in Ishgard. And that concludes your lesson. Of course, it's not enough to merely hear about a practice. One must venture forth and attempt it oneself. Summon your chocobo with a bunch of gasol greens, and together make your way to Sorrel Heaven. The broods that prowl the area ought to be a suitable challenge for you and your companion. Put down 3 of them and return here. And lastly, by way of advice, I would recommend you keep an ample supply of gasol greens on your person at all times. Our resident vineyard will be able to provide you with as much as you can carry. Sweet! You have successfully negotiated your first few battles with your chocobo. Well done. Tell me, how did it feel? Was it not supremely reassuring fighting with your feathered companion? Your chocobo can make up for your shortcomings or build upon your strengths. Indeed, there are countless ways the two of you might complement one another. Through some experimentation, you'll come to find the approach that serves you best. Where is your leader? Oh, there he is. State your business, adventure. This is the one Whisket sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. The Drake exception. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You all up in my personal space, dude. You've seen your share of battles, there's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain that mantis egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Nun I once fought was also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am none. Many years ago I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills, instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, and pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position, and why I still hold it. And it is why I will not help an unproven whelp. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would be permissible to assist you. A child who wishes to become a hunter must collect the blood of 7 sundrakes. You are not a child, so you may find this to be easy, but you are not of the U tribe, so perhaps not. I will consider your request once you have brought me the blood, and not a moment sooner. I will not help an unproven whelp. Bring me the blood, or we have nothing to discuss. Here's the blood, you mighty. You are a hunter of beasts. This much I now know to be true. But Titan is no mere beast. If you mean to hunt a god, you must prove much more to me. Hunting a beast is a simple affair. You merely stalk, pursue, and slay. Hunting a beastman, however, is a far more complex endeavor. Across the desert to the east lies an Al-Majah encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Al-Majah in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You have to solve that riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Oh, dang time. It's too hot to be playing around here. A shame we did not meet when I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit. But no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a well-wick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but well-wick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand. And so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on smaller creatures of the Sagoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There is an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with locations where well-wick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Worm territory. Yes, I did. Your skills as a hunter rivals those of our best. I applaud your success, Kira. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Whisket. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location. For the nonce, you should return to Costa del Sol and seek Whisket's counsel. Ah, but hold him up a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there's something I'd like you to deliver to him for. Already got it. The captain was always fond of this brand wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have, I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Whisket was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert model of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards, kid. What up, Whisket? Well met, Kira. Lendale and Woodnan both spoke highly of you. What would bring you here today? I brought you some wine, big dog. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank Nun personally. Now, you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenar this time to obtain it. Sweet! So tell me, Sir Whisket, where will I have to be traveling to today? Things we do for cheese. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago, she sent word that there's been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to the Hidden Falls dock and speak with Ozuri Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home.